Hey guys, welcome back to Crazy Stuff. Today I'm going to be discussing some of the stuff about the Switch 2. Mario Kart's just going to be playing in the background. I have, I think, like 11 subjects to talk about. The first one is a bigger game card slot. See, people have looked at it and realized there's a bigger game card slot on this new console. They've looked at the trailer so much, and it is so much bigger. And, what I think is that it's going to be able to, play DS, 2DS, and 3DS games. I don't know if that's actually what it's going to be, but what other reason would the game card slot be bigger? There's no other reasons for it, right? And, that would lead to some great games being able to be played, I mean. Mario Kart 7, Luigi's Mansion 2, and I think, no, the original Luigi's Mansion wouldn't be able to be played on the Switch 2. And so many other great games, it would be insane. And yeah, and next subject is the new button on the right Joy-Con. And that new button is a blank button. Which leads me to think that it's going to actually be something in the new console, but Nintendo doesn't want us to know. There's going to be something on that button, but Nintendo doesn't want us to see it yet. So, I think the button is going to be a voice chat button. I know a lot of people have already said that, but yeah, I think that's what it's going to be. And next is the new thing in the Mario Kart 9 track. At the end of the trailer, we see Mario Kart. You see the 24-player Mario Kart grid. And but there's a new item. It's not clear enough that you were able to zoom up on it and see what it is. Which, personally, I think it's going to be a special item. But I know this probably isn't going to be what it is. But if it is, that would be crazy. I think it's going to be a thing where so you'll you'll get it, and there's a 90% chance you get blown up, and a 10% chance you get a super OP item. No, actually, 40% chance you get blown up, 50% chance you get a regular item, and 10% chance you get an OP item. Like, I'm talking like warp you to third place kind of item. And like, that'd be great. I don't think it is going to be that, but that'd be great. And the next thing on my list is open world Mario Kart. See, the map is huge from what we see. And like, it's like, it has to be open world. But how will it be open world? I think you'll drive like on multiple roads, and so like imagine it's just a long strip of land trying to get from one end to the other end. But there'll be like twists across it, and there'll be like 1,000 different paths you can take overall. And like, that would be epic. Especially with the 24 players. It'd be insane. And like, it would be a bit strange, yeah. But I think it's going to be a game mode. So like, you can do the regular stuff, but there'll be a game mode where it's get from one end to the other end, and there's like a bunch of different tracks you can take. The next thing is, Nintendo said some games will not be compatible with the Switch 2. But that brings up the question, what games? Well, with some of the stuff on the Joy-Con and the console being removed, like, I think it's some sort of like 3D sensor, 1-2 Switch will probably not be able to be played on the Switch 2. And like, I don't think anyone cares about that game at all. But I also think Nintendo will only transfer like 1,000 of the third-party games over. Like, I don't think in the beginning they're going to transfer that many third-party games over. And like, wait, I'm in first. Wow. And like, that would lead to probably some of the best games coming over, but all the bad games would not be like immediately transferred. But this is just to begin with. I think eventually if you wanted to get if a company wanted to get their game back on the latest Nintendo console, then they could do it pretty easily, in fact. They'd just have to go through the same whatever they had to do to get it on the first one. Dang, this game is getting really close. Oh, dang it. Hold on, let me just finish this race. I'll get back to... Nope, I don't think I'm gonna win it. Yes! Let's go! Okay, back to the Switch 2. There will be a new USB port. We've seen that. it's on the top of the console. And I think it's going to be for like USB microphones for voice chat, if you want a better microphone, or USB headphones. And like, oh dang, I didn't realize Big Blue was one of the choices. I hope Big Blue wins this. But anyways, I think it will also be able to be a charging port, you know? Like, why wouldn't it be? It makes it way easier to charge. The next thing is there's a new stand. And like, the new stand will it'll be basically the OLED stand, which I have an OLED Switch, and it's pretty nice. And like, oh, that's what was wrong. I had tilt controls on. Okay, back to the thing. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it'll be like, I don't even know why I wrote this down. That it isn't even that big of a deal. It's just a new stand. So anyways, on to the next thing. We never got any indication of where the new micro SD card slot will be. Like, where will it be? I looked very closely at the trailer, and if you look at the bottom of the console, you'll see a little slit above the USB slot on the bottom. And I think that's where it's going to be. It's like basically the perfect size. And like, so I think it'll go there. Now I'm going to talk about some of my personal thoughts and opinions. Nothing that like, all of this stuff, there's at least one person that I've heard agrees with me. But I'm just saying what I think will be on the console. Okay, so you know how there's now, okay, the Joy-Cons have like a little slit in them to attach to the console, right? And there's the magnet that's sticking out of the console. But what if that magnet breaks? Well, I think you're going to be able to completely take out that magnet and replace it if it breaks. And the Switch will come with like multiple replacements. So yeah, for the new dock, which is the next thing I wrote, it's pretty obvious what it is. It's just a new dock. But it looks like it has the same way to connect the console to the TV as the old dock did. Meaning, I bet the Switch 2 will like be able to use the old docks. It might be a bit slower, but like since I have a regular console that I got in like 2017 and an OLED that I got in like 2024, once I get a Switch 2, if it is compatible with the old docks, then that means I will be able to use the same console on 3 different TVs. I can easily just move the console. Just pick up the console and move it. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is stick drift. See, I think stick drift will be fixed because, like, I don't know. I think Nintendo's going to be the first to make some way that dust won't get into your controllers. Like, whether it's a better airflow or rubber blocking where the dust could get in from, or anything. Ooh. And, like, that'd be great, you know? I bet they will try to at least improve their stick drift problem, like fix their stick drift problem a little bit. Every single controller will always eventually get stick drift, but like Nintendo definitely gets it. Nintendo Switch definitely gets it the earliest of all of these. Dang, why are there so many bullets? Okay, well, that's the video. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. It really helps me out. I'm trying to hit 10 subscribers right now and 100K before my channel reaches 1 year old. So I guess I'll see you in the next one.